Hey guys, YouTube War 100 here. Alright, and now continuing with some these Halloween movie reviews. I'm here with a review for Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. So, yeah, I'm just gonna be straight up about this. This film sucks. Short and simple. The film just sucks. I mean, I just really like I just didn't like this movie at all. I mean, this film just oh man, this film just I have no idea like what they were trying to do with this, but yeah, this film really just really felt like nothing really. I mean, yeah, you remember what I was talking about at the with the ending of Halloween 4 if you watch my review for that movie. And at the very end, like it really had like a really good ending with like it seemed that like Michael Myers was like possessing Jamie after how the fourth film ended, which making it look like maybe now like Jamie would be the killer and like really just the spirit of Michael Myers, like his evil spirit was living on through Jamie. So yeah, it made it look like there would be like some huge potential with that within this film. But that's not what we got at all. There was absolutely no follow up in this film whatsoever of the ending of the fourth film. Like Jamie had never did anything like that ever again in this film at all. Like it's just like they like went down a totally different approach and it did not work at all. I mean, really, this film just like was filled with absolutely nothing. It was just like a useless story, really, and just yeah, it was just like really boring. It was not interesting at all, and yeah, it just like seemed like this film just like yeah, this film was just like completely forgettable. There is nothing memorable about this film at all, and yeah, it just is not good. I mean, yeah, in this film, like of course, like you do have a Doctor Loomis back, and yeah, Donald Pleasance is still reprising the role, as well as Danielle Harris as Jamie, and even like a Ellie Cornell as Rachel, though she has a very brief role in this because she gets killed in this film very early on. So yeah, and really that's they're really the only recurring actors from the previous film to return in this film. Like everyone else is just like a totally are just totally new characters. And yeah, it's just like they're all completely forgettable. And even like Michael Myers in this film, like the he just kills like a bunch of random people in this. And yeah, this film is like it does like continue the story with the Michael Myers like going after Jamie, but really like it just really doesn't seem that in this film Jamie is really like his main target because really like it doesn't really seem like he's really after Jamie in this film. Like we really don't really see anything with involving him and Jamie until like the last maybe 25 minutes of the movie. So yeah, it just really doesn't seem like Jamie is really like his target in this film because yeah, he's just like spending most of this film just going after other people, and it just seems like totally random people that he's going after. So yeah, he just kills like a bunch of like random people that really like aren't even don't even seem to be in his way. Oh yeah, well, hang on, yeah, another actor that reprises the role in this film, I forgot to say, is also Sheriff Meeker from the previous film. Yeah, Bustar still reprises the role of the sheriff. So yeah, he's another returning actor. But yeah, really like that's it, along with the other three that I said earlier. So yeah, but really just yeah, like I said, this is just a completely forgettable film. I mean, it's not interesting at all. It's boring and just yeah. I just really don't know like what they were doing with the story because yeah, the story in this film is just like really useless and pointless, and it just doesn't work at all, and it's not interesting. So yeah, I really don't even know what else I can really say about this film. I mean, it just is like completely forgettable and it's not good and just yeah, filled with a bunch of like random murders and yeah, I mean the murders in this film are still like pretty violent. I mean, yeah, you do have like some violent murders in this with like a Rachel's death and also like the death of like another uh the death of the boyfriend of another character in this film, Tina. You know, like her boyfriend, the way he's killed is actually pretty violent. So yeah, I mean, there are like still some violent deaths in this film, but yeah, even then, like, just yeah, the murders just really are not well, yeah, they are violent, but they're really like not very memorable, and like even like nothing else in this film really is memorable either. So yeah, it just is a completely forgettable film, and so yeah, I really wouldn't recommend watching this film. I mean, I think this is a film that you can definitely skip. So yeah, and I talked about this just a minute ago on my Facebook. Why does it seem like in a bunch of horror movie franchises, like the fifth movie always just seems to really suck? I mean, there's been like a lot of film series that really have been guilty of this, like where the fifth film just completely sucked. I mean, yeah, you have this film, of course, and then there's the Nightmare on Elm Street series, Friday the 13th, Saw, Child's Play, aka Chucky. Yeah, I mean, the fifth films and all of those franchises really you were pretty bad and they sucked. And so I just really don't know what it is about the fifth movie in the franchises that just really makes them always suck. But yeah, it just is like a really strange thing. But yeah, this film falls under that uh, that uh, problem as well. So yeah, it just is like a totally forgettable film, and it's just really really bad. And it's just, yeah, I don't really recommend this film, especially like if you really were like, if you have seen the fourth film and after it ended, if you like you really were thinking that you were really going to get something in the next film, you don't. There's nothing else like that in this film at all. So yeah, it's just a really big letdown with that as well. So yeah, I don't even know. I would probably give this film like, oh, I don't know, 1 star out of 4. I mean, yeah, it is like pretty bad. Alright, so yeah, let me just talk a little bit about the plot for this film. I'm probably just going to skim through it because, quite frankly, like there's really not a whole lot to talk about with this film. So I'm probably just going to skim right through the plot of this film. Right? So the film does open up with kind of like a recap of what happened at the end of the previous film, where uh, Michael Myers got like shot down and he fell down the mine shaft, and then like it showed like what happened like in that shaft after Michael Myers fell in. It showed that he was able to uh, escape into a creek, and then like he was able to escape from the um, shaft before like the police ended up like firing us dynamite in there. So yeah, he was able to escape, but then he eventually ended up stumbling upon a hermit, and yeah, he ended up like just like falling into a coma, and the hermit then just like took him into his care. Yeah. And then to get to like a year later, the night before Halloween, and it showed that Jamie, she was now like committed into a clinic after like the trauma that she suffered at the end of, well, in the previous film, and also now she's rendered mute due to all that trauma. Yeah. And it, apparently, like in this film, it's shown that she is now like having some telepathic link with Michael Myers and stuff, and like she can like sense where he is and all this. Like, yeah, it's really just, it really doesn't make a lot of sense. Yeah. And then on that night, Michael Myers ended up like awakening, and he ended up killing the hermit, and then returned down to Haddonfield to continue to find Jamie and stuff. And yeah, it was just like showing like how Jamie seemed like she was like unable to breathe and stuff. And then Dr. Loomis eventually like discovered her Jamie's psychic link with her uncle. Yeah. Yeah. And then yeah, it showed that Rachel was like visiting Jamie in that hospital. And yeah, it's like really like it doesn't make sense in this film. Like, remember like in the previous film how Rachel and Jamie were just foster sisters? In this film they like say they're stepsisters. So yeah, they're like having like continuity issues with that and stuff. So yeah, that's another problem this film has with like the continuity issues. Yeah. And then yeah, and Dr. Loomis then was just like telling Sheriff Meeker that Michael Myers was still alive, and then Michael Myers then uh he eventually like ended up um um like he was just like trying to track Jamie down to where she is now. And then at one point then, as Rachel was at home, Michael ended up just killing Rachel by just stabbing her with some scissors in her chest. And then it showed that like he was like now starting to stalk Rachel and Jamie's friend Tina. And so yeah, it really seems like Tina is Michael Myers' target in this film, just because like it seems like he's mostly like after her in this film and not really Jamie, because like he's just constantly stalking her in this film, which really doesn't make a lot of sense. So yeah. And yeah, and then yeah, shown that and while Jamie's in that children's hospital, she is like friends with some other kids that are in that hospital, including like this kid Billy. And like yeah, and yeah, and eventually like on that night, as they're like having some sort of a costume party or something, or Halloween at the children's hospital, then um uh at one point then Michael Myers then like killed Tina's boyfriend Mike with by stabbing him with like a rake right in his head. Yeah, and then he was just like posing as Mike to just like pick up Tina, and then yeah, he was then like attempting to kill Tina while she was at a gas station, but like through Jamie's um through her telepathic links and stuff, like she was able to like find out what Michael Myers was actually doing, and then she was finally able to speak again, and then like Dr. Loomis and the police then like understood what she was saying, and then yeah, the police then were dispatched, and that's that gas station, and just like protecting Tina from Michael, and then yeah, after like the police arrived, Michael Myers then just ended up just fleeing until he could find another opportunity. Yeah, yeah, and then and yeah, eventually, like Tina and her two of her other friends, Sam and Spitz, then were going to a Halloween party at a farm, and then like eventually, like Jamie then like had her senses again that Tina was in danger, and then Jamie ended up escaping the hospital as yeah, Billy ended up going with Jamie, and then and yeah, they just ran off to try to find a Tina to warn her. And as Sam and Spitz were actually like having sex in the barn, Michael Myers then just ended up killing the both of them. And he like impaled Spitz with a pitchfork and then just sliced Sam across the chest with a scythe. Yeah, yeah, and then yeah, Michael Myers then and like killed those two deputies that Dr. Loomis had had keep an eye on Tina to protect her. Yeah. And then eventually, like Tina discovered the bodies in the barn, and then yeah, Michael then like hijacked a car and then was just chasing Jamie, Billy, and Tina with the car. And then yeah, eventually then Michael Myers like during the chase he ended up then just killing Tina, and then now and at that point, Dr. Loomis, Sheriff Meeker, and the police then arrived, and then they just saved Billy and Jamie, and then eventually, like Jamie, then just like help decided to just help Dr. Loomis to stop Michael Myers. And then yeah, Jamie helped Dr. Loomis then just lure Michael into his abandoned childhood home, and then yeah, Dr. Loomis and the police were just like setting up Michael Myers, and then yeah, Jamie then like had the sense that Michael had actually like arrived back at the clinic and he was after Billy, and then Sheriff Meeker and most of the rest of the force then just like left the house and raced back to the clinic, and eventually like Michael Myers then just ended up like arriving back at his home, and then he killed the two remaining officers, and then yeah, Dr. Loomis then afterwards was like trying with then like confronting Michael and was just like reasoning with him. But yeah, Michael Myers then just ended up subduing Dr. Loomis, and then yeah, he then pursued Jamie. And as Jamie was like trying to hide from her uncle, eventually then like as she like raced up to the attic, she discovered like some of the dead bodies, like Mike and Rachel, and she also found a coffin up there. And then as she was like lying in the coffin, and like Michael then like found her, but then like she was like trying to like get Michael's humanity out, and like she asked Michael to remove his mask, and he did, and then yeah, Jamie, after Jamie, like, just touched Michael's face, like, it just, like, sent him into, like, just a huge rage, and yeah, he was chasing after Jamie some more, and then, yeah, Dr. Loomis then recovered, and then, yeah, he was just, like, using Jamie as bait to lure Michael into a trap, and then he, like, trapped him into, like, a net made of chains, and then, yeah, he just ended up, like, tranquilizing, Michael, and then, after he finally knocked Michael unconscious with a wooden plank, then Dr. Loomis then just ended up collapsing after a stroke. But yeah, Michael was then then apprehended and then just locked up in the sheriff's station. And yeah, they had plans to eventually escort him to a maximum security prison, as in where, as Sheriff Meeker said, he will remain until the day he dies. And then, yeah, Jamie just responded that he'll never die. And then once the police then just like escorted Jamie out of the station, it then showed like there was this mysterious man in black arriving, which yeah, wasn't revealed who it was. But yeah, he ended up like walking into the station, just attacking everyone and killed like all the officers, which include Sheriff Meeker. And then yeah, Jamie then just ended up like running right through the station and saw all the carnage. And then she also saw that Michael's cell was empty, and yeah, just movie then just ended with her just sobbing, and just like saying no, as it just showed the empty cell. And then yeah, then the movie cut to credits after that. So yeah, so as you can probably tell by everything that I've said, this film really does not have a whole lot of connection with the previous film at all. And so yeah, it just seems like while was like meant to like continue on with the events of the previous film, it really just doesn't have much continuity at all. And it just really seems like they just went into a totally different direction. And yeah, it just didn't work out because yeah, this film just sucked and it's completely forgettable. So yeah, like I said, 1 star out of 4, just a really forgettable film. And yeah, yeah, I'm not sure if like in the next film it will be revealed who that Man in Black was, because yeah, the next film, The Curse of Michael Myers, is actually one that I haven't actually watched before. So yeah, the next review will be for a first time view for me, and so yeah, I guess I will find out if it is revealed who this Man in Black actually was, and if anything with this film will actually carry over to the next. I guess, yeah, I'm just going to have to wait to find out. But yeah, as far as this film goes, I definitely say this is a very skippable film, and I don't recommend it. Alright, so yeah, that's all I really have to say about it. So yeah, this does it for my review of Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. So I hope you guys did enjoy what I had to say about this film. I hope you enjoyed this review, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.